My name is Monique Gaynor. I have been a Dream Elite member, I think this is my 5th year. I know that I got my tickets pretty much right after I went through all my breast cancer stuff, so it's got to be pretty close to that. I've been a survivor for 6 years. November is my 6-year anniversary. I changed doctors in the summer of 2008, and I had not had a mammogram at that time. I was 43, and the doctor noticed that I hadn't had a mammogram and asked me why, and I said it didn't run in my family. So I hadn't had any plan to get a mammogram, and the doctor said, "Oh no, you will have a mammogram tomorrow. We're going to schedule it for you, and you will go. We will follow up." And I went, and they found something, and I assumed that it was just fibrous tissue because my mother had gone through that, and I didn't think it was any big deal. But they said, "We'll see you back in 6 months." And when I came back 6 months later, they said that things had changed and that I needed to have a biopsy because they think that I might have cancer. So I waited a couple of weeks because I had to go to Singapore for a while for business. And when I came back, I scheduled my biopsy. And I went in and I had the core biopsy done, and they contacted me on November 3rd to let me know that I indeed did have cancer. At the time, it was the best kind of cancer I could have, is what they told me. It's intraductal carcinoma, which is, I couldn't even tell you what that means. I just remember that that's what they told me it was. And I went in for a lumpectomy, and it was supposed to be just a small incision. When I came out, it was a 3-inch incision. It was much bigger than I had ever anticipated. And when we asked the doctor about starting radiation, he said, "Let's just wait and see how things go." So, I had a mastectomy in November of 2008 and didn't have to have any radiation or chemo. That was the one thing that was very fortunate. I didn't have to go through any of the treatments after the mastectomy. So it was just a matter of reconstruction and all the fun surgeries that go along with that afterwards. I can't even remember what was going through my head. I remember where I was. You know, I was sitting in my office, and everyone in my office knew, that I had had this biopsy, and we were all waiting for the results. And I hung up the phone, and the woman behind me, who had also had breast cancer and had a double mastectomy, and the one across from me, who had had breast cancer and had a lumpectomy, were both waiting to hear what happened. And all I could think of was, wow, I really have cancer. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. My attitude, though, was that everything was going to be fine, because nothing bad had ever happened to me, so nothing bad would ever happen to me was my attitude. So I don't think it really hit me that I had cancer until they did the mastectomy. When you lose such a huge part of your body, it's kind of a clue that there's something wrong with you. And my attitude now, pretty much across the board, is nothing is so bad that I can't handle it. Basically, just having had cancer has changed my attitude about life. I enjoy life more. I'm starting to do things that scare me. Just kind of not so much taking one day at a time, but enjoying every day that I have, because you just never know.